Welcome to another FafNir guide. Today's guide is about Vaylantz. I did make a Vaylantz guide before, but now we got 3 new support cards that make this deck even more consistent and have a broken first turn kill combo if it goes undisrupted. I know it's not the real first turn kill combo, but if your opponents can't even do anything and all they can do just set and pass the turn, which means
there won't be a next turn!
Well, you basically extending your first turn, but if you hate this kind of combo, there's also a going second play that you can do with this deck. The 3 new support cards are Solo Activation, Arctos 12, and Majesty Pegasus. Instead of explaining them, it's better I'll show the used of them in the combo section. But first, let me introduce you to Vaylantz. If you love playing tabletop role-playing games like Dungeons & Dragons or Warhammer, or even the newest groundbreaking one like Baldur's Gate, you will love this deck, because the theme of this deck is basically a tabletop game with a playable figures, as you can see from the art of these cards. But what's make it cooler? That the deck itself also plays like it, where you actually move one figure to another zone on the field to make progress and make a play. Each figures or the monster cards in this deck have their own specialty in terms of defense or offense. Like this guy, it's using a real dice to roll their actions. This one even use a coin flip to determine their actions. And even this guy able to transform into their stronger version that have a power to swap their places. Some also have a power to summon more companion, and some also able to revive their fallen companion. This deck basically turned the Yu-Gi-Oh playmat into a war zone between 2 different factions. As you can see in here, you are placing 2 different field spell in each player's zone. Keep in mind that both field spell is accessible for both player. Make sure to destroy the blue-colored one before ending your turn, because it's the one that can remove monster. The factions are the Spellcaster faction that are using this pink field spell, and the Machine faction which represents as futuristic robots that are using the blue field spell. All of Vaylantz monsters are pendulum monsters, and if you know nothing about pendulum cards, you can watch this Endymion guide, which in the beginning I explain everything about pendulum monsters. Make sure to watch at this timestamps to understand how pendulum cards works. All you need to know that all of their pendulum effects while in pendulum zone can special summon themselves to the same monster zone column in front of it. So make sure there's no monster in the same column, and it can only be done once per turn for each cards. As I told you, Vaylantz have 2 different factions, means there are 2 different kind of Vaylantz monsters. We categorize them as Fire Attribute Vaylantz and Water Attribute Vaylantz instead of using their monster type, for you to easy understand it. We also categorize both factions as Low-Level Vaylantz and High-Level Vaylantz. Low-Level Vaylantz can special summon from Pendulum Zone freely without any requirements, while the high-level ones requires you to control a Vaylantz monster that have the same attribute or their respective field spell in order to special summon. The blue field spell are for Fire Vaylantz, and the pink field spell are for the water ones. There will be 2 different deck lists that we're gonna use in this guide, the Stun Vaylantz version and Going Second version. We're gonna start with the Stun version first. Both of the deck list link are in the description. Both of the deck list are using Vaylantz Wars and Senate Switch. If you follow other deck lists that doesn't use them, it's fine, but if you use Wars and Senate Switch, the deck will be way more consistent even though you draw cards that you don't want in your hand. Trust me, it really is. Just for your information, before I start showing you the combo, please make sure that you follow the card placement as the same as I did in here. I've already testing this deck's combo a lot of time, and most of the time I messed up because I misplaced the cards in the wrong zone. Whenever you start the combo, make sure to decide which extra monster zone you want to use. Do you want to use the right one or left one? In this guide, I'm going to use the left one, but if you prefer right or if your opponents already used the left one, just mirror the cards placement that I've shown in this video. Here's the field zone map that you gotta use for this deck. We start with Shino starter combo. Just want to let you know, all the combo that we perform will require you to discard 1 random card in the process, so discard wisely. Shino plus Viscount. Remember, I'm gonna use the left side extra zone for all of the combo. Place Shino as scale on left side, special summon her, and activate her effects to add solo activation. Activate it, and place Nazuki on the right side, special summon her, and activate her effects to move Shino to other zone. It will trigger her effects to add another Vaylantz. Since we already have Viscount, we gonna add another high-level Vaylantz, Marquis. Link off both cards to Electromite and send Pegasus to extra deck. Place Viscount on the right scale and special summon it, activate its effect and grab Nazuki, place her in the spell trap zone. Activate Electromite, destroy Nazuki and grab her back to hand. Now link off both monsters to Beyond the Pendulum and grab Duelist. Place Duelist on the left scale and place Marquis on the right scale and start Pendulum summoning. We are going to summon both Viscount and Pegasus from extra deck and Nazuki from hand. Pegasus will trigger her effects to add a field spell from deck. We gonna add Secret Village and discard a card. We are gonna Xyz summon both Viscount and Pegasus, but before that, make sure to summon Marquis from scale to monster zone. Remember, the high level one requires you to control the similar attribute Vaylantz. If we Xyz summon first, Marquis will be a dead card. Since it's a Marquis, it's better we use its effect to let us add a card from deck if we lucky enough. Remember to use its effect if you got a chance to summon Marquis. Now you can Xyz summon both Pegasus and Viscount to Gallant Granite, and add Fossil Dyna. Link off both Marquis and Granite to Masquerena, and link off both Beyond and Masquerena to Avermax. Normal summon Dyna, and activate Secret Village. Did you even realize we haven't normal summon yet? And that's it. We have Dyna that floodgate both of us to not be able to special summon, and Avermax that protect anyone in battle phase, also Secret Village, and a spellcaster monster for not letting our opponents to use spell cards at all. Keep in mind that this board's still vulnerable to trap cards like Evenly Matched. Better be careful. Next is Shino plus Nazuki. This is the real full turn 1 combo. It's stronger than previous one, but there is a slight different cards placement. Special summon Shino, this time we gonna grab Vaylantz Wars instead of solo. Before activating Wars, make sure to place another face-up cards besides Shino, which we gonna place Nazuki and activate Wars. And then you got a prompt to add another card if you destroy one face-up card on your field. We gonna destroy Nazuki and grab Senate Switch. Activate Senate Switch, move Shino, add Viscount and place it on the right scale, summon it, and activate Viscount effect. Place Nazuki in the exact zone, and summon Nazuki using the pink field spell. With these we can special summon Grand Duke. Summoning Grand Duke requires you to tribute any high-level Vaylantz that are in the monster zone below the extra monster zone. Link off both Shino and Duke to Electromite and send Pegasus, destroy the blue field spell, and add Nazuki back to hand. Special summon her and activate her effect to move Viscount. Viscount will be able to place a Vaylantz monster on extra deck onto the scale zone. We gonna place Grand Duke on the right scale. Now link off both Electromite and Nazuki to Beyond and add Saion. Place it on the left scale and perform Pendulum Summon. We gonna summon Nazuki and Pegasus. Make sure to follow the exact card placement. Place Nazuki on the left and Pegasus on the right. Pegasus will add Secret Village and skip Beyond's effect. Now we can summon Grand Duke to field and then transform both Nazuki and Grand Duke to Arctos 12. And now you can summon Saion from scale. Exes both Saion and Viscount, and add Fossil Dyna. At this point, make sure to detach Saion. Activate Secret Village, link off Beyond and Granite to Selene, and re-summon Saion back to field. And link off Selene and Pegasus to Avermax, and lastly normal summon Dyna. Now this is the strongest end board this deck can achieve. We got pink field spell on opponent's field, so your opponents can't use evenly matched from hand on battle phase. And if they decide to set that evenly matched and pass the turn, during end phase, we can activate Arctos to swap places with Saion and trigger both cards' effects. Saion will target a card on the field and flip the coin. If it's gold, it will destroy it. If it's black, it will return to hand. So either way, it removes them from field, while Arctos destroy any card untargetable. Those are the basic full combo this deck can provide. Shino plus Saion, I remind you again, make sure to follow the exact rotation and cards placement for each combo that I provide, because sometimes each hand combination requires different combo rotation. If after you watch this guide and while playing, you want to make sure you're doing it correctly, you can return to the exact part of the video by checking the timestamps that I provide. Just click or tap right here, and all the list of each hand combination will appear on the right side. Shino plus Curtain. Curtain is one of our core cards in the deck, because you want more of pendulum cards that can special summon themselves without any complicated requirements. In here, we activate Viscount effect to place Shino on the exact zone, activate Secret Village, and now Solo is activatable in the graveyard, because there's a card in the field spell zone. Shino plus any other Vaylantz. It could be any high or low level Vaylantz. Shino plus Pegasus. You might thinking that Pegasus is a brick on your hand because you want her in the deck to be sent by Electromite. And you might also think just simply pendulum summon her from hand and it will be fine. It's not that easy. If you read Shino effects, she has a restriction that you cannot special summon monsters other than Vaylantz except from your extra deck, which means the only way to pendulum summon Pegasus is only when she is face up on the extra deck. But how do we do it while she is in our hands? That's where Vaylantz Wars and Senate Switch plays their role. I'll show you how. The end board might not that strong because we don't get Avramax, but at least you have 2 battle protection here. Dispatch can alter the attack targets to itself, and Duelist can also protect the attacked monster from destroyed. Shino plus Fossil Dyna. This one basically a 1-card Shino combo without searching Dyna from deck. That's all for Shino starter. Next is Solo activation as our starter. Solo plus Shino, this is a full combo. Solo plus Nazuki. Solo plus Viscount. In case you messed up and summoned Nazuki on top of Grand Duke, make sure you have a clear zone beside Nazuki. You can activate Grand Duke and move Nazuki, and Nazuki will trigger her effects to special summon Grand Duke to the same monster zone. Solo plus Saion. Solo plus any low-level Vaylantz. Solo plus any high-level Vaylantz. Solo plus Pegasus. That's all for the solo activation starter combo. Next are the 3 cards combo without opening any Shinoname or solo activation on your hand. The end board of this combo will not have Secret Village because we use Electromite to search Shinoname. 1 low-level Vaylantz plus Any Vaylantz plus Curtain. Viscount plus any Fire Vaylantz plus any other Vaylantz. Barone plus any Fire Vaylantz plus any other Vaylantz. This combo end board is kinda awkward, because we can't get both Dyna and Secret Village, so the best one you can get is Arctos and Masquerena. You can at least destroy one card, and then later summon Avermax with Masquerena. One low-level Vaylantz plus any low Vaylantz or high-level Vaylantz with the same attribute plus Pegasus. That's all the combo that I can provide with the stun version. Next is the going second version. There are not much I can provide about going second because it really depends on the cards you draw. But here's the sample of going second combo you can do. When you use Lava Golem, make sure to summon them in either these 4 zones. If you're gonna use the left extra monster zone, then it's better you summon Lava Golem on the left side. And if your opponents control a set cards, make sure to put Lava Golem in the same column with it. I'll show you why later. At this point, we can use the blue field spell effects to move Lava Golem to the spell trap zone, becoming continuous spell, and destroying any spell or trap cards that were previously there. When Grand Duke summon, it can let us return any monster that become a continuous spell on opponent's field. Since its Lava Golem is our card, it will return to our hand and inflict damage to opponents with the same attack points of the return monster, and Grand Duke will absorb half of the damage you inflict, increasing its own attack points. If you use Real Kaiju Monster, after you return it, you can use it again on another monster. And that's it. With that simple combo, you can manage at least inflict 5,000 life points damage and just finish it with Avermax. That will always inflict 3,000 damage, whatever how high the attack points of the attacked monster is. That's all for the Vaylantz combo. Next, we're gonna talk about Small World. The best Small World bridge we can bring is Gizmek Okami. It's a water machine non-pendulum monster. It can literally add any Vaylantz monster you need from deck. Gizmek Okami on hand can be a really good going second cards. But if you going first and open Gizmek Okami, you can also Small World it, bridge it with Barone, and add Shinoname. Same goes with Maxi and Ash Blossoms. You can also search Lava Golem if you open any Fire Vaylantz monster and bridge it with Ash Blossom. That's all for the guide. Thanks for watching. If you like it, please leave a like, subscribe, and share it. I'll see you next time.